According to the Road Traffic Act, the drivers of dash are prohibited from driving their motor vehicles and like in a row or side by side without a good cause in a manner that endangers other persons and causes danger to the traffic. Anyone who violates the provision will be punished by dash. Choose the correct pair of parentheses. তো কী বলা হয়েছে, রোড ট্রাফিক অ্যাক্ট অনুযায়ী কোন ধরনেরই তারা প্রহিবিটেড হবে ফ্রম ড্রাইভিং দেয়ার মোটর ভেহিকেল like in a row or side by side without a good cause in a manner that endangers other person and causes dangers to traffic. Anyone who violates this provision will be punished by a special purpose vehicle, imprisonment with labor not exceeding 1 year or a fine not exceeding Korean won 5 million won 5 million Korean won. Which two of the following are correct statements regarding emergency vehicles? Emergency vehicle ক্ষেত্রে কোন দুইটা correct statements? Emergency vehicles used for security services for domestic and foreign VIPs are not required to use a siren or a light bar. Emergency vehicle ঠিক আছে ইউজ ফর সিকিউরিটি সার্ভিসের জন্য ব্যবহার হয়, সেটা হচ্ছে ডোমেস্টিক এবং ফরেন ভিআইপিস আর নট রিকোয়ার্ড টু ইউজ আ সাইরেন অর লাইট বার। এটা কারেক্ট। বিদেশি অথবা ডোমেস্টিক যারা ভিআইপিস আছে তাদের জন্য সাইরেন অথবা লাইট বার ব্যবহার করা যায় না, আর দরকার নেই। আর একটা হচ্ছে কি, অ্যাজ আ রুল অ্যাম্বুলেন্স হ্যাভ ট্রাফিক প্রায়োরিটি and a special status according to the law only when they are using their siren or have turned on emergency vehicle sliding. রুল অনুযায়ী কি অ্যাম্বুলেন্সেস তাদের ট্রাফিক প্রায়োরিটি আছে, স্পেশাল স্ট্যাটাস অ্যাকর্ডিং টু দ্য ল ওয়েন যখন কিনা তারা সাইরেন ব্যবহার করতেছে অথবা এমার্জেন্সি লাইট অন করে চালাইতেছে, তখন যারা পেশেন্ট ক্যারি করে। According to the Road Traffic Act, which two of the following correctly describe rules for exclusive pedestrian road? রোড ট্রাফিক অ্যাক্ট অনুযায়ী কোন দুইটা সঠিকভাবে ডেসক্রাইব রুলস ফর এক্সক্লুসিভ পেডেস্ট্রিয়ান রোড, মানে পথচারীদের যে এক্সক্লুসিভ যে পথচারীদের রাস্তা আছে সেই ক্ষেত্রে কোন রুলসটা ঠিক? দুইটা হবে এখানে। The drivers of motor or animal drawn vehicle allowed on an exclusive pedestrian road must travel at the same speed as the pedestrians. The driver of motor vehicle or animal drawn vehicle, motor vehicle হোক অথবা কোনো প্রাণী দিয়া টানা ভেহিকেল হোক, অ্যালাউড অন অন এক্সক্লুসিভ পেডেস্ট্রিয়ান রোড, যেখানে মানুষ হাঁটে এমন রাস্তায়, ঠিক আছে, তাদের অ্যালাউড করা হবে মাস্ট ট্রাভেল, অবশ্যই কী করছে অ্যাট দ্য সেম স্পিড অ্যাজ পেডেস্ট্রিয়ান, মানে মানুষের গতিতেই যেতে হবে। তাহলে সেই ক্ষেত্রে রোড ট্রাফিক অ্যাক্ট অনুযায়ী এটা ঠিক আছে। অথবা if there is a possibility that pedestrians could be exposed to dangers, the driver of a motor or an animal drawn vehicle on an exclusive pedestrian road must stop and remain stationary. যদি মানুষের জন্য ক্ষতিকর বা ঝুঁকিপূর্ণ মনে হয় তাহলে সেক্ষেত্রে তাদের স্থির থাকতে হবে। ওকে, নেক্সট, হুইচ টু অফ দ্য ফলোয়িং অ্যাকাউন্ট ফর স্টপিং? কোন নিচের কোন জিনিসটা ঠিক আছে গাড়ি থামানোর জন্য ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে? A vehicle stopped at a red light, অবশ্যই লাল দাগে থামতে হবে। তারপর কি, a vehicle stopped to ask a passerby for direction, কোনো একজন পথচারীর জিজ্ঞেস করার জন্য ডিরেকশনের ক্ষেত্রে। কোন ক্ষেত্রে না, a taxi remaining stopped at a taxi stand to pick up passengers. According to the road Traffic Act. Which of the following is not a case in which vehicle other than vehicles allowed on an exclusive lane may pass along the exclusive lane? The Traffic Act অনুযায়ী which of the following is not a case na in which a vehicle other than vehicles allowed on an exclusive lane may pass along the exclusive lane? When package delivery truck temporarily passes along to unload goods. When package delivery truck temporarily passes along to unload goods. On the road. Not a case. The case কোনগুলা? When an emergency vehicle is using an emergency purpose, when it is not possible to pass along except by using the exclusive lane due to road damage. ঠিক আছে. When a taxi temporarily passes along to take passengers on board provided that it does not impede the traffic or vehicle's exclusive lane. When a package delivery truck temporarily passes along to unload goods. Which ministries are responsible for jointly establishing the produce and criteria for designating priority zones under the Road Traffic Act? Responsible for jointly establishing the procedure and criteria for designating priority zones. Con ministry. A priority zone for persons with disabilities is jointly designated by the Ministry of Interior and Safety and the Ministry of Health and Welfare and the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport. Ore power tinta. Priority zone for persons with disabilities jointly designated Interior and Safety, Health and Welfare and Land, Infrastructure and Transport. এই তিনজনের লাগে তাদের, ঠিক আছে, তারা রেসপন্সিবল। A driver of a motor vehicle excluding personal mobility devices will be a driver of a motor vehicle will be punished for reckless driving if the driver threatens another driver by conducting the following acts in a repeated manner. Which of the following is not an example of reckless driving? Violating a designated lane of an expressway. Reckless driving now. Reckless driving করলে violation of traffic signals on instructions, violation of prohibitions on crossing U-turns and driving backwards, creating noise without reasonable cause. Regular reckless driving. এগুলো যদি করে তাহলে পানিশ হবে, ভায়োলেশন অফ ট্রাফিক সিগন্যালস। Which of the two of the following are correct terminology based on the definitions set by the Road Traffic Act? Correct terminology কোন দুইটা? A vehicle line refers to a boundary marked by a safety sign in order to indicate separate roadways. A vehicle line, মানে একটা লাইন থাকবে, refers to boundary marked by a safety sign. Refers to a boundary by a safety sign in order to indicate separate roadways. A sidewalk refers to the part of a road demarcated by a line of cobblestones for thoroughfare by pedestrians. Sidewalk refers to the part of a road demarcated by a line of a demarcated মানে কি demarcated সীমাবদ্ধ করা। Sidewalk refers to the part of a road demarcated by a line of curbstones for thoroughfare by pedestrians. Which of the two following account for parking? A vehicle remaining stationary after breaking down. Parking. A stopped vehicle that is left unattended by the driver so that it cannot be driven immediately, even if it is for less than 5 minutes. It should be parked. A stopped vehicle that is left unattended by the temporary stop after recognizing safety hazard. She don't know. What are the two inappropriate explanations for the good driving mileage system? Inappropriate. Those who have not paid the penalty or fine can participate in no violation, no accident. In place of the in case of causing traffic accident or violating traffic laws during the pledge period, the person cannot take the pledge again. Inappropriate explanation for the good driving mileage system. The good driving mileage system is appropriate here. It is a system that provides practical incentives to those who comply with and practice traffic laws. If a driver is slapped with a suspension order, the penalty can be deducted from the accumulated points. If a driver is slapped with a suspension order, the penalty can be deducted from the accumulated points. Okay, the good driving mileage system. Those who have not paid the penalty or the fine can participate in the no violation, no accident place. Mileage system, no. In case of causing a traffic accident or violating traffic laws during the pledge period, the person cannot take the pledge again. You can take. According to the Road Traffic Act, which of the following description regarding the punishment of a driver excluding personal mobility device is incorrect? According to the Road Traffic Act অনুযায়ী কোন ধরনের নিচের কোন ডেসক্রিপশনটা regarding punishment of a driver is incorrect? Excluding personal mobility device. Punishment of a driver. A person who drives under the influence of alcohol and whose blood alcohol concentration is 0.2% or more, imprisonment for not less than 1 year and up to 2 years, and fine up to 10 million. Incorrect. Person who drives under the influence of an alcohol whose blood alcohol concentration is 0.2 or more, imprisonment for not less than 1 year and up to 2 years, less than 1 year and up to 2 years, and fine up to 10 million. Character key: a person who committed risky behavior jointly up to 2 years imprisonment and fine up to Korean 5 million won. A person who conducted violent driving up to 1 year, violent driving 1 year imprisonment, fine up to driving a motorcycle without a license, fine of up to Korean Oshimanon or detention. Driving a motorcycle without a license, fine up to Korean incorrect. Correct writer. Which of the following exclusion regarding school zones is not correct? The amount of demerit points and fines are 3 times the penalties for general roads. It is incorrect. The correct school zones are subject to 12 items of the Act of Special Cases concerning the settlement of a traffic accident. The driving speed of a motor vehicle, etc., may be restricted to 30 kilometers per hour or below in a school zone. Stopping or parking is allowed in a child protection zone that is not designated as an area where stopping or parking is prohibited. করা যাবে যদি prohibited না হয় সেক্ষেত্রে করা যাবে. Correct. The amount of demerit points or fines 3 times, not 3 times. Next, a driver intends to make a right turn at an intersection where traffic signals are present but auxiliary signals for vehicles are not installed. Which of the following is not correct according to the Road Traffic Act and Enforcement Decree? A driver intends to make a right turn at an intersection. The driver right turn nibe intersection where traffic signals are present. Traffic signal আছে but auxiliary signals for vehicles are not installed. কোনো extra signals নাই. Which of the following is not correct according to the Road Traffic Act Enforcement Decree? Regardless of the traffic signal, a right turn may be made without making a temporary stop when it does not impede other vehicles. Not correct. The correct lucky: if the traffic signal has turned red, a temporary stop must be made in front of the stop line, regardless of the signal light for pedestrians at the crosswalk. If the traffic signal has turned green, a right turn may be made without making a temporary stop in front of the stop line. Making a temporary stop in the front of the stop line. If the traffic signal displays a green arrow, a temporary stop must be made in front of the stop, regardless of the signal light for pedestrians at the crosswalk. Which of the following describes the incorrect use of the bicycle lane? Incorrect. কারেক্টগুলোকে পড়ি. Bicycle lane এর ক্ষেত্রে ঠিকঠাক কোনটা? A senior person can ride a bicycle on the sidewalk. Definitely. Motorcycles are not allowed on the bicycle only lanes. Are not allowed on bicycle only lanes. How do I know about bicycle only lanes? Motorcycles are not allowed on the bicycle lanes. Bicycle only lanes. Correct. They are not correct. PMDs are not allowed on bicycle lanes. PMDs are allowed on bicycle lanes. What is PMD? According to the road, what are PMDs? Power management and distribution system. PMDs are allowed on bicycle lanes. According to the Road Traffic Act, bicycle only lanes are not considered roads. They are also considered roads. The following are various guidelines for the passage of a vehicle depending on the lane according to the Road Traffic Act and its enforcement decree. Which one is not correct? There are no bus lanes. The following are various guidelines for the passage. The following are various guidelines for the passage of a vehicle depending on the lanes according to the Road Traffic Act. নিচের বিভিন্ন ধরনের আছে passes of a vehicle depending on the lanes according to the Road Traffic Act and its enforcement decree. Which one is not correct? There are no bus lanes. On one-way traffic road, the rightmost lane is considered the first lane. On one-way traffic road, the rightmost lane is considered the first lane. No, first lane is the leftmost lane or the first lane. When proceeding at a slow speed, the driver may use the lane to the right of the correct lane in which he or she has been driving. While proceeding at a slow speed, to the right of the current lane in which the first lane of a 4-lane 2 lanes in each direction expressway may be used by all motor vehicles to overtake. The first lane of a 4-lane expressway may be used by all motor vehicles to overtake. The right lane of a 6-lane 3 lanes in each direction expressway is to be used by a truck to drive. Which two of the following are correct methods to yield to an emergency vehicle on the road? Near an intersection, pull over at some distance from the intersection. Following are correct methods to yield. Near an intersection, pull over at some distance from the intersection. চৌরাস্তার কাছাকাছি এসে ঠিক আছে থামাইতে হবে at some distance from the intersection. When an emergency vehicle approaches from a place other than an intersection or its vicinity, the roadway shall be yielded so that the emergency vehicle can take priority. When an emergency vehicle approaches from a place other than an intersection or its vicinity, the roadway shall be yielded so that the emergency vehicle can take priority. Near an intersection. Almost roll over to the left side of the road. The emergency vehicle is climbing up a narrow slope and you are facing it. The emergency vehicle must pull over to the right to make way for you. Never. Not true. Which two of the following are appropriate reasons for the revocation of a student license? Appropriate reasons: if the person assaults a police officer, etc., or any Shigun public official engaged in traffic patrol. If the person lends the student license to another person to let him ride. If the person assaults a police officer, etc., Shigun. 5, 4, 3, 2. Next, what are the demerit points given if an automobile driver driving over the center line caused a deep traffic accident in which one severe injury and one slight injury occurred? What are the demerit points given if an automobile driver driving over the center line caused a traffic accident in which one severe injury and one slight injury occurred? Given if an automobile driver driving over the center line caused a traffic accident in which one injury and one 50 points. Which one of the following is in the correct range of fines and penalties, including surcharges imposed on a car driver who drives above 60 miles around 15 minutes in an production for the older person? Shibo Manon. The following are the classifications of the traffic by the type of lane according to the Road Traffic Act and its enforcement decree. Which of the following is incorrect? On a road with one-way traffic, the right side of the road is regarded as the first lane. Traffic by the drive lane and the Road Traffic Act and which of the following is incorrect? On a road with one-way traffic, the right side of the road is regarded as the first lane. No. In principle, all vehicles on a 4-lane expressway must drive in the second lane. In principle, all vehicles on a 4-lane expressway must drive in the second lane. With regard to the ordering of lanes. The lane next to median lane for road is regarded as the first lane. With regard to the ordering lanes, the lane next to the median lane of a road is regarded as the first lane. If a person drives at a slow speed, may impede the normal traffic or other cars, he or she must change the lane right of the one he or she was originally on. A person drives at slow speed. আস্তে চালাইলে ডান পাশের লেনে যেতে হবে. Two vehicles are driving in rain and the rear vehicle saw the front vehicle stopping and applied the brakes. Two vehicles are driving in rain. বৃষ্টির মধ্যে চালাইতে আসছে. The rear vehicle saw the front vehicle stopping and applied the brakes. Which of the following is not correct? Free running distance is increased due to the reduced friction of the road surface. Hard braking can cause the vehicle to nosedive due to increased friction between the road surface and tires. ঠিক আছে. Uploading, aquaplaning and partial braking may occur simultaneously, causing the vehicles to slide out of the lane. এটাও ঠিক. The ভুল দুটো হচ্ছে free running distance is increased due to reduced friction of the road surface. It's not reduced, it's free running distance is decreased. That will be right answer. The higher the tire wear rate, the shorter the braking distance. Which of the following is the most correct explanation of a frozen or icy road in winter? Most correct explanation of a frozen or icy road in winter. Black ice often occurs on bridges, at tunnel entrances, and on shady roads. ব্রিজের উপর, tunnel entrance and shady roads, black ice. Black ice occurs when snow contaminated with vehicle fumes. Nope. When passing through an icy road, reduce the speed as much as possible by not operating the steering wheel and braking suddenly. It occurs mainly in tunnels and road surface because becomes an icy road as the fog particles freeze. It occurs mainly in tunnels and the road's surface becomes an icy road as the fog particles freeze. Which two of the following are correct methods for making a left turn? Which two of the following are correct methods for making a left turn at an intersection with unprotected left turns? নিচের কোন দুইটা কারেক্ট মেথড লেফট টার্ন করার জন্য ইন্টারসেকশন উইথ আনপ্রোটেক্টেড লেফট টার্নস? Turn left on the green light if there is no vehicle coming from the opposite direction. Turn left on the green light if there is no vehicle coming from the opposite direction. Turn left. If an accident occurs while you are making an unprotected left turn on the green light, you will be held guilty of violating driving safety rules. If an accident occurs while you are making an unprotected left turn on the green light, you will be held guilty of violating driving safety rules. In an accident, if an accident you're making an unprotected left turn on the red light, you will be held guilty violating the safety rule. Red light showing, I won't be held guilty. Your appeal regarding the administrative action against your driver's license has been accepted. Your appeal regarding the administrative action against your driver's license has been accepted. Which of the following is correct redaction applicable to the revocation of your license? 110 demerit points. Your appeal regarding the administrative actions against your driving license has been accepted. Which of the following is correct redaction applicable? Correct redaction applicable to the revocation of your license. demerit points. Which two of the following are considered violations of the legal speed limit by passenger cars? Which two of the following are considered violations of the legal speed limits by passenger cars? Driving at a speed of 85 kilometers per hour on a 4-lane, 2 lanes in each direction road. These are considered violations of the legal speed limit by passenger cars. Driving at a speed of 95 kilometers an hour on a motor vehicle only road. So these are called violations of legal speed, so which are not considered violations of legal speed. In driving at a speed of 90 kilometers on a Sion Expressway, this is legal. Driving at a speed of 75 kilometers per hour on a 2-lane, 1-lane in each direction expressway, this is also legal. Which of the following is not a correct explanation of the punishment criteria for drunk driving? Punishment drunk driving is no correct explanation. Say in case of the first violations, if the blood alcohol concentration is 0.2% or more, imprisonment between 2 to 5 years or fine of 10 million to 20 million. Holy shit, this is so huge. In case of refusal to measure alcohol consumption, imprisonment between 1 to 5 years or a fine between 5 million to 20 million on. High blood alcohol concentration is not less than, but less than, not less than 0.08%, but less than 0.2% in the first violation, imprisonment between 1 to fine between 5 million to 10 million on. In case of the second violations involving blood alcohol concentration of 0.5, imprisonment for up to 1 year or a fine up to 5 million. This is not true. When you drive downhill which two of the following are the safest method to drive? When you drive downhill, which two of the following are the safest methods to drive? Only you use the same gear you used when driving up the slope. Is the same gear used when driving up to the slope. Use both the foot brake and engine brake properly. আগেরটা ঠিক আছে, ড্রাইভিং লাইসেন্সের কাছে যদি প্রথমবার হয় এবং 0.2% বেশি হয় ব্লাড অ্যালকোহল কনসেন্ট্রেশন, তাহলে 2 থেকে 5 বছরের জেল এবং 1 থেকে 2 অঙ্কের জরিমানা। যদি কোনো ধরনের টেস্ট করা থেকে রিফিউজ করে তাহলে 1 থেকে 5 বছরের জেল অথবা 5 থেকে 2 কোটি ওয়ানের জরিমানা, 50 লাখ থেকে 2 কোটি ওয়ানের 2 অঙ্কের জরিমানা। যদি ব্লাড কনসেন্ট্রেশন কাছে 0.08%-এর বেশি এবং 0.2 থেকে 0.08-এর মধ্যে হয়, সেই ক্ষেত্রে ইমপ্রিজনমেন্ট 1 থেকে 2 বছরের জেল অথবা 50 লাখ ওয়ান থেকে 1 কোটি ওয়ানের 1 অঙ্কের জরিমানা। 1 অঙ্ক না, 10 মিলিয়ন সম্মান হন, 1 কোটি হন। আগেরটা ঠিক আছে 2 কোটি ওয়ান ছিল, অঙ্কের জায়গায় সব কোটি হবে। সম্মান হন, ওকে। Use the same gear you used when driving up the slope. Use both the foot brake and engine brake. কোন সময় যখন ডাউনহিল ড্রাইভ করবে নিচু জায়গায়। Safest method. According to the Road Traffic Act, which of the following is not correct statements regarding the speed motor vehicles? তাহলে কারেক্ট মেথড কোনগুলো সেগুলো একটু পড়ি। Separate legal speed limits are applied to the various roads depending on whether it is a general road, exclusive road, or for motor vehicles, or an expressway, and on the total number of lanes. Separate legal speed limits and on the total number of lanes. There are no minimum speed limits on regular roads. Regular roads. You must drive at a reduced speed in a poor weather condition. আচ্ছা, এগুলো সব ঠিক আছে। তো সেটা হচ্ছে কি কারেক্ট স্টেটমেন্ট হচ্ছে, if the speed limit set by the variable speed limit sign and speed limit set by the speed limit safety sign are different, the latter must be followed. So set by the variable speed limit sign. If the speed limit set by the variable speed limit sign and speed limit set by the speed limit safety sign. The speed limit set by the speed limit safety sign different. সেফটি সাইনটা ফলো করতে হবে। Which of the following vehicles attracts a different fine compared to the other when its driver commits a violation of traffic signal? Passenger car. Which of the following vehicles attracts a different fine? Special vehicle van, passenger car আলাদাই করে। Which of the following is the most inappropriate method of passing an intersection and dilemma zone? Most inappropriate সেটা হচ্ছে the faster the speeding situation at the intersection, the shorter the dilemma zone, which leads to a quicker decision from the driver. এটা ভুল হবে। তাইলে কোনটা appropriate হবে? Before entering the intersection, check the traffic conditions in advance, keep a safe distance and drive at a reduced speed, anticipating all situations, and drive defensively. Entering the intersection at a red light leads to a signal violation. এটাও ঠিক আছে. In front, if the front wheel enters the stop line when the traffic light changes from green to yellow, watch the traffic condition and proceed quickly out of the intersection. ঠিক আছে. Which two of the following statements are good pedestrians behavior? A pedestrian taking part in a parade for a special social event can walk in the middle of a road. A pedestrian taking part in a parade for a speech social event can walk in the middle of a road. A disabled person who is unable to use road crossing facilities can cross a road anywhere. A disabled person who is unable to use road crossing facilities can cross a road anywhere. A pedestrian must take the longest route to cross the road if there are no road crossing facilities. No. When a pedestrian uses a road, they must always walk using the left side of the road. Right side of the road. According to the road traffic act, which two of the following locations allow a motor vehicle to make a stop or park? Which of the following locations allow motor vehicle to park? Within a distance of 5 meters from where emergency fire extinguishing equipment is installed. 5 meters, 5 meters দূরত্বে where emergency fire extinguishing equipment is installed. Within 10 meters from a safety zone in all 4 directions. Within 10 meters from a safety zone in all 4 directions. Which of the following would cause the biggest safety hazard when making a left turn at an intersection? Biggest safety hazard: a bicycle making a right turn from the opposite side. A bicycle making a right turn from the opposite side. According to the road traffic act, which of the following is the correct behavior when yielding to enter an intersection with no traffic control? A vehicle attempting to turn left should give way to the vehicle attempting to turn right give way to the vehicle to turn right at the vehicle at the intersection. Left should give way to vehicle attempting to turn right at the intersection. Which of two vehicles from the following are allowed to continue driving while asking passengers to take directions during a traffic accident? Which two vehicles from the following are allowed to continue driving while asking passengers to take actions during a traffic accident? A passenger car that is carrying an injured person to a hospital. A postal service car that is carrying parcels. Which two of the following are correct statements regarding registrations of school buses for children? Which two of the following are correct statements regarding registration of a school bus? A school bus for children must be a vehicle with a maximum passengers capacity of 9 or more. With a maximum passengers capacity of 9 or more, one child is considered as one passenger. Must be a vehicle with a maximum passengers capacity of 9 or more. If applying to renew the registration of a school bus for children because old ones need to be replaced, the old registration must be submitted with the renewal form. Registration must be submitted with the renewal form. তারপর হচ্ছে according to the road traffic act, which of the following describes a situation in which a driver of a non-commercial vehicle is required to turn on the headlights. According to the Road Traffic Act, which of the following describes a situation in which a driver of a non-commercial vehicle is required to turn on the headlights, side lights, tail lights, and license plate lights at the same time? কোন সিচুয়েশনে এগুলো সব করা লাগে নন কমার্শিয়াল ভেহিকেল ক্ষেত্রে? while driving inside a টানেলের ক্ষেত্রে? Which of the following are true about wearing seatbelts? Select two answers. Whiplash injuries are of more common with 2-point seatbelts. Whiplash injuries are more common with 2-point seatbelts. There are 2, 3, and 4-point seatbelts. Whiplash injury. Under the Motor Vehicle Management Act and its enforcement decree, what is the validity period for the initial inspection conducted on a new non-commercial passenger car? Under the Motor Vehicle Management Act and its enforcement decree, what is the validity period of the initial inspection conducted on a new commercial passenger cars? 4 years. 4 years. In which two of the following locations should you drive at a reduced speed? An intersection without any traffic signals. An intersection without any traffic signals. The start of a winding road, you should drive at a reduced speed. Which of the two following correct methods to make a safe left turn at an intersection was for the vehicles from the opposite directions that are turning right? Was for the vehicles in the lane to your side that are also turning left? Which two of the following are not correct regarding the management of electric vehicles? Which two of the following are not correct regarding the management of electric vehicles? When parking, it is better to use the ground parking lot. And these are not correct. It is more efficient to use an air heater than a heated seal or heated bundle. This is also not correct. So what are the correct answers here? When driving long distance, check and charge the battery in advance. It is recommended not to accelerate or stop suddenly immediately after charging. Correct regarding the management of electric vehicles. If your vehicle breaks down on an expressway at night, in addition to a safety driver sign, etc., you must install road flare signals to provide visibility for and alert other motorists that your car has broken down. Choose the correct one to fill in the brackets. Visibility for 500 meters in every direction. 500 meters in every direction. Install road flare signals. Okay. Which two of the following statements about the types of vehicles that can be driven by specific types of driving license are correct? An asphalt distributor may be driven by a driver holding a Class 1 driver's license for large motor vehicles. About the types of vehicles that can be driven by specific driver license are correct. An asphalt distributor may be driven by a driver holding a class 1 driver's license for large motor vehicles. A motorcycle may be driven by a person holding a class 2 driver license for a small motor vehicles. A motorcycle may be driven by a person holding a class 2 driver's license for small vehicles. Class 2 driver license. Class 2 driver license হইলে motorcycle চালানো যেতে পারে. According to the Road Traffic Act, which of the following persons may not use a sidewalk while riding a bicycle? According to the Road Traffic Act, which of the following persons may not use a sidewalk while riding a bicycle? A person with a plaster cast due to bodily injury. Which of the following person may not use a sidewalk while riding a bicycle? Plaster cast use করা অবস্থায় cycle. Nope. Which of the following is not recommended? Which of the following is correct regarding the standards for demerit points based on the effects of a traffic accident? In an accident between cars, demerit points are given only to the driver who committed a serious violation that caused the accident. Which of the following is the correct punishment criteria if the driver of an automobile refuses a police officer's legitimate demand for a breathalyzer test in situation where the police officer has considerable reason to suspect the driver is intoxicated? Which of the following is the correct punishment criteria if the driver of an automobile refuses a police officer's legitimate demand for a breathalyzer test in a situation where the police officer has considerable reason to suspect that the driver is intoxicated? Imprisonment for not less than 1 year but no more than not less than 1 year but no more than 5 years, or a fine in range of 5 million to 20 million Korean won. Which among the following is permitted to use the bus only lane on a general roadway? Which among the following is permitted to use the bus only lane on the general roadway? A taxi temporarily using the lane so that passengers can board or leave the taxi. A taxi temporarily using the lane. Which among the following is permitted to use the bus only lane on a general roadway? A taxi temporarily using the lane so that passengers can board and leave the taxi. According to the Road Traffic Act, which of the following is not a required document for the verification of aptitude test requirements? According to the Road Traffic Act, which of the following is not a required document for the verification of aptitude test requirements? An eyesight test report issued by the President is not a required document for the verification of aptitude test. Required document for the verification of aptitude test for an eyesight test report issued by the President of the Optometrists Association. It's not required. The following are description of the standards for personal mobility devices. Which of the following is correctly explained? The following are descriptions of the standards for personal mobility devices. Which of the following is correctly explained? The weight of the vehicle should be less than 30 kilo. The following description of the standards for personal mobility devices. Which of the following is correctly? Vehicle with a motor is operated at a speed of 30 km. The motor must not operate. The weight of the vehicle should be less than 30 kilogram.